All right, guys, welcome back. It's time to take a break from practicing Swan Lake and show you how I learn a worship song from a chord chart. Welcome to the life of a worship cellist. This series helps tie together a lot of the systems that I've been creating to handle chord chart reading on the cello. The song we're working on today is called More Than Able, and it's by Elevation Worship. We're doing it in the key of D. Sometimes you do get a string-friendly key, fortunately. And because of the nature of this video, you're probably going to hear me make some mistakes. You're going to hear things that don't sound quite right. And that's okay. This is all experimentation, and we're just trying to find our options. I want to reiterate, it's very easy and it's very tempting to want to overplay, to fill every gap with cello sound. And when I explore, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing the entire time. But as you'll see at the end, when I put forth a second draft, you'll see that I'm going to pull back a lot more. There's going to be a lot more silence, and that's different than the exploratory phase that we're in now. I'm going to start by just exploring the chord progression, because a lot of what I do is going to be based on the chord progression. I want to tell you a couple things. First of all, I'm not paying such great attention to the inversions, which you'll see as a slash in the chord chart. So if it says 4/1, I'm just treating that as a 4 chord, because the bass player is going to be covering the bass line. And also how I'm navigating the chords on the cello, I explore in the root map system series. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I'm going to link it below. That'll walk you through the process of translating numbers on a chord chart to actual chord shapes on the cello. I'm just going to choose a strumming pattern that feels like it matches the song. I just put out a strumming video. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it below. I'm just going to walk through the chord progression in triads. Here we go.
When did I start to forget all of the great things you did? When did I throw away faith for the impossible? How did I want more than able?
So I once heard a really great cellist talk about how their practice changed from the time they were a student till the time they were a professional. And they said that when they were a student, the way that they practiced in the practice room was what they hoped would happen exactly as it would on the stage. So they weren't practicing a variety of things, they were practicing one specific performance that they wanted to execute on stage. But as they grew into professional life, they would actually practice the same music with lots of different possibilities. And then when they were on stage, they would actually choose on the fly which one they wanted to execute. So in that same spirit, I'm practicing lots of options, lots of things that I could do in any moment in this worship song. And when we're playing on Sunday morning, I'm probably going to choose from these options on the fly, whether I'm going to be strumming or playing a melody or call and response or just bass notes or even silence. So next, what I'm going to do is start mapping out the melody and also mapping out some of these hooks that are in the song itself, because they're actually part of the song and we're going to perform them. So I want to have the option to double them.
How did I start to believe you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I take myself out of being beautiful? You are more than able. You are more than able. You
All right, it's a lot of fun. It's a good ear training exercise and pretty straightforward because you're just trying to match what the vocalist is doing. And, sometimes they'll put ornamentations in, sometimes they'll change the melody in different spots to more of a harmony, but just trying to get a general sense of where the melody lies. And this melody tends to lie from the tonic note all the way up to the fifth of the key. And so what I'm going to do next is try to find good locations for harmony, and specifically playing a middle voice, which I cover in my hand orientation system series. Again, I know I'm mentioning a lot of these things, but this is why I produce them, is to actually use them in practice. That system is linked below as well. But that's what I'm about to be using. Since the melody occupies that range of the scale, I'm going to try not to double too much, because then I run the risk of really clashing with the melody. So I'm going to choose a different part of the scale to occupy. I'm going to choose starting on So and up to Do. So La, Ti, Do, I think are going to be some ideal spots for me to live to play good harmonies with the melody. So I'm going to try a little bit of Ti orientation, a little bit of La orientation, and see if I get anything I like.
How did I start to believe you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I tell myself love's a miracle? You are more than able. You are more than How did I start to believe you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I tell myself love's a miracle? You are more than able.
And it really wouldn't be exploring worship song without playing some scales through this. And the scales really allow you to explore note options that you really wouldn't get any other way, any other logical way. Think of it as improv, but with the basis of you have to play every note of the scale. So I can improv the speed of the scale, I can improv when I'm going to rise and when I'm going to turn around and fall, and see if I can find any moments that I like that I want to include in my options. So here we go.
When did I throw away faith for the impossible?
find some call and response moments, some moments where I can let the melody do what it does, and then I can interject with a note or two that works as kind of a response. There is a lot of pentatonic movement in the hook and in the melody, not completely, but there's a lot of it. And the pentatonic scale, we didn't do this last time, but the pentatonic scale uses the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth notes of the key that you're in. So we're in the key of D, so that would be D, E, F sharp, A, B. And on the cello, it actually makes a nice pattern, especially if you put your first finger on the tonic note, then you're going to have the rest of the pentatonic scale either above or below it. So if I put my first finger on D, I've got first, second, third scale degrees. And then on the string below, since I don't have a string above the A string, the string below I can use my second and fourth fingers to play A and B. So everything lives, all 5 notes live very close together. But of course in the key of D I have lots of other options because I can use open strings. And a couple notes on the G string. And I'm just going to use that as a basis for my call and response.
When did I start to forget all of the great things you did? When did I throw away faith for the impossible? How did I start to believe you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I talk myself out of seeing miracles? You are more than able. You are more than able. You are.
I've heard this with a minor 4 in that moment, so it wasn't in the chord chart, but I thought I'd experiment with it. I probably won't use that unless it's truly intentional, but just having a little fun there. So I'm gonna settle into this for a couple days, come back, record another draft, so you can see how all these different possible things that I'm doing are gonna come together. So I wanna challenge you, try to find many different things that you can do on the cello, because the cello is capable of so much. We want to have our options open. We want to support the team. We want to support the service, whatever is happening in the moment. So we need to have options for that. So I'll see you back here in a couple days. All right, welcome back, guys, to the practice room. It is Friday before the Sunday services, and I was getting back to this worship music that we're learning. As I was working on this song, I kept running into making it too busy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on melodically. There's a lot already going on with the hooks that are built into the song. The main thing that I have been trying to navigate is making sure that I'm not over busying the song, that what I do actually supports the melody. And because of that, I find that when the cello moves, it's best to do that between lyrics or between vocal phrases. Again, nothing that I'm doing is completely planned out, and on Sunday it'll probably look different than it does today. But anyway, this is the snapshot for today. I hope you enjoy it.
When did I start to forget all of the great things you did? When did I throw away faith for the impossible? How did I start You weren't sufficient for me. Why do I take myself out of seeing miracle? You are more than able. You are more than able.
Now I see all that I have. Oh, I got my confidence back. I put my trust in the one who still does miracles. You do miracles. You are more than
I hope you enjoyed this look into the practice room, and I hope it helps you find new ways to explore this style of music, learning worship charts on the cello just from a chord chart and nothing else. I'm interested if there's anything in this video you have questions on, or if there are any things that you do in your own practice that you think would be great to explore on a future one. Just let me know in the comments. And as always, if you find this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. It's a really great way to support the channel, and it helps other people find the content. Happy practicing. I'll see you guys soon.